Well, hey everyone, Carrie back here with Family eBiz. I am so excited to be here today. You're going to be in for a treat, and even if you're not a numbers person or a money person, we're going to get down to the bottom line and be able to help you with your online business. So let's go ahead and get started. We are in the middle of a series called Unlocking the Secrets, Course Creation Strategies that Drive Real Results. And if you are just joining us, I would love to know if you have a digital course. And if you don't, do you have any kind of idea about it? We're talking about that along with, I'm going to tell my story, just my whole online business story next week. And so I think it's next week or well, actually over the next 2 weeks, I'll be sharing my story. So let me know if you have ever had an online course and how that's going for you. And before we really dive into all of this, I would like to be sure that you have an invite to the Course Confident Bootcamp that Amy Porterfield is putting on, and I will have a personal pop-up group for you to join as well. It is going to be awesome. I have got some bonuses, and right now you can still get the fast action bonus. That bonus is, I had it written down, 2 steps. So yeah, 2 systems that Amy swears by to fast track your digital course success. The number one way she stays organized and gets so much done by understanding the most important actions she needs to take to accomplish her goals each and every day. In this bonus, she's going to teach you the 2 time management systems that saved her life and how she creates a calendar and an action plan with work time for learning and implement the boot camp training. So this will go right along with the boot camp. It will help you implement the things in the boot camp. So you can go to familyebiz.com/bootcamp course. It should be in the description wherever you are listening. And by the way, if you are joining us and you have not subscribed, which please subscribe. That would mean the world to me. It would help us get this content out to more people and be able to help more people along the way. So, guess I should always forget to check to see if we're really live. Let's talk about digital courses. Then we're going to talk about our profit and potential map. And then we're going to talk about you personally as well. So, how could digital courses change your life? Leave something in the comment wherever you are listening to this. What would a successful digital course that was selling for you, how would that change your life? For me, it frees up my time. I can work from anywhere, maybe for you too. Frees up your time. You can work anywhere in the world. And you could scale both the impact you're having on the world and the people, the moms, and whoever your audience is, scale that impact to be greater and greater. You could also scale your income. Let me just tell you that last week, this freedom came into huge play in my life. I was working, I actually on Wednesday didn't start working till about 10 o'clock. That's freedom. And, I didn't feel guilty about it. I was like, thank you, God, let's move forward. And then I got a call from my daughter in Dallas around noon. I needed to pack up and get up there as quickly as possible with some family health issues that were going on up there because her husband had just left that morning for his weekend work trip. You see, he works in college athletics, and y'all know what last Saturday, well, really Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Monday, it's still going on to today. It's the first weekend of college football. It's huge. So I had the freedom to go up there, be with her, help with the kids, and take this trusty laptop with me, and I could work up there as well. Now, I didn't get as much work done as normal. I could continue to monitor things and make sure things were still going on, and I was still making money. All right. So what would a digital course online business do for your life? How would it change your life? Leave something in the comments. No matter who you are, you might see an additional stream of income. Maybe you're working 9 to 5 and you want to quit. Maybe you're homeschooling, but you want to help with the expenses so that you could spend more time with your kids. Maybe you're working a side hustle and you just really want to take it to the next level. If you move forward, how much could you make with a digital course? That's what we're talking about today. What is your potential? Now, this is a simple process. It has a little bit of math, but don't start freaking out if you're not a math person. It is super simple. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So let's go ahead and start with some calculations. We're going to come up with 3 monthly goals. These are money goals. We're talking profit. You've got to know how much money you're making in order to be able to talk about profit. So, what are your monthly revenue goals? We are going to talk with a good goal. What's your good goal? This would be something that you are happy with, just revenue right now. We're not worried about profits. You can subtract the expenses and figure all that out later. Total revenue. And I know many of you are on a tight budget. So to create a course, you're like, I don't think I can. You're right. I'm going to help you do it cheaply and inexpensively. But what is a good goal for you? What would cover your basics, your rent, your mortgage, your food, just to be able to get by? If you want to go a step further, you could add your fun money so that you can maybe go out on a date each month. So you may need to pause this and just think about it and write the number down. What's your good goal? I was an accounting major, but this still wasn't much fun when I started doing this back in 2003. So, what's your good goal? Second one, what is your great goal? The great goal is what would give you a happy dance? Maybe it would be to go from part-time to full-time, and all of a sudden you don't have to work as much and you're not trading time for dollars. All right. Maybe you're going to reduce your one-on-one clients and be able to impact more people. Maybe you're just going to cover all your expenses and quit your job altogether, focusing on your kids. Many of you have wanted to. I'm going to tell some stories about some people that did do that and they were able to focus on their kids. So write it down. I would say be realistic, but still have some dreams. We're going to talk about dreams in the next one. Maybe one of your goals is to become your own boss. That's what I love. I did not have to ask anyone. Gentry called me. I cried. We cried. I left. I packed the bag and left within an hour. That was it. I didn't have to tell anyone. I was in the car and I was able to help her as well. So, next one. So, we have a good goal, great goal, happy dance goal, scary goal. Maybe it's unreasonable. It is so big you can't even imagine how you would ever get there. I have some of those goals. You may not hit it, but at least it's there and it's what you are working towards. I actually have some of those goals as well. The biggest thing with getting to those scary goals is our mindset shift because we think, oh, I won't make it. How am I going to do it? And you start worrying about everything. You don't need to know how to get there. You're just setting it out there as a goal. For me right now, if I can make $100,000 after all expenses, that would be a big, scary goal to me. And yet it's not that big to some people. But for me, to be able to make enough revenue to where my profits were 100,000, that's where I would. That would be a big, scary goal. So I'm just throwing that out to everyone. So you need to put a good goal that would cover whatever you need each month, a great goal, happy dance goal, and a scary goal, an unreasonable goal. Next, we want to talk about price points. So let's say you're going to create an online course, a digital course of some sort. You need to come up. Don't worry, I'm gonna walk you through it. Don't worry. All right. Just choose one of these. I'm going to talk about 3 types of courses. In DCA, we go through this in much more detail. Actually, in Amy's boot camp that starts in a week, week and a half, in a week. Oh my gosh, it starts in a week from Wednesday. Course Confident, you get all the details for this. So if you're interested in figuring out what kind of course, get in that Course Confident boot camp right now. So the starter course is, and this is just summary, it is something that you just tell them how to start, whatever it is. Maybe how to make an apple pie. You're not going to teach them everything about baking and how it all works. You're just going to teach them how to bake a perfect apple pie. Or maybe how to choose the best approach to homeschooling. I have one of those courses. Those courses are usually between $100 and $200, just to give you an idea. So that's a starter course. The next one is a spotlight course. This is where we are very specific about a certain topic and we dive deep into it. We give details about everything in that one topic in your niche. These usually sell for $200 to $500. That is what my course is right now, Raising Leaders, Not Followers, a biblical perspective of leadership education. And I will tell you, I sell it for $200. People didn't think you. They still don't think you can sell something for $200 in the homeschool market, but that is not true. I have proven that over and over with each of my launches. Then we have the granddaddy of them all. That is a signature course. This is where we give total transformation. Let's say I was in the homeschool niche. That would be every single thing you need to do about homeschooling from elementary to high school. Even though I talk about that in my thing, we dive deep and we give all the details, everything that they need to know. These courses usually sell between $500 and $3,000. And yes, if I were doing a total homeschooling course, which was basically step by step for 12 years, I would charge $2,000, not hesitate whatsoever, because I would be giving them everything that they need to know. So that's a signature course. That's what you're known for. Now, so I'm going to check right now. You may not be able to do it right now, but sort of just choose one. Don't worry about it. You can change your mind later. Is it going to be a starter, 100 to 200, a spotlight, 200 to 500, or a signature, 500 to 3,000? Pick one. Then go look at some of your competition and see where you stand. You might be a little under, you might be a little over. I'm over a lot of how to homeschool my courses. But I don't care because I know the value of my course and I see the transformation that my students are getting. So just pick one. We're going to play with it with numbers. So you've got your 3 goals. You need to pick a course at one of these levels. Now let's figure out what you need to do to get there. And is it possible for you to, I personally think and know that it is possible. So let's just say is $1,000 a month is your good goal. And your course is a starter course and you sell it for $100. That means you need 10 new students every 10. That's it. All right. And then you're going, yeah, but I got to spend money every month to be able to create this. You are right. In the beginning, you will have to spend some money. I invested in myself. I invested in Digital Course Academy. They didn't have a boot camp back then, but I invested in that. And then I invested in Thrive Cart, which is my shopping cart / course members area. It was a one-time expense of about $1,000. Let me tell you, some of you may be thinking side hustle, something else. This is a lot cheaper than going and starting a bricks and mortar store or starting a restaurant or even a snow cone stand. It is very inexpensive and you can get started with very little risk. That's what I love about digital courses. Realizing that we spend some money at the beginning that I will not have to spend every single month. That means your profits are going to increase every month because those expenses are not going to be repetitive. Now, the other thing I think is important, and I learned from DCA, Digital Course Academy, is that once you do it, you can do it over and over and over again. Wash, rinse, repeat. And it's a lot easier the second and third time. I know. And so I'm on my second year of doing this. It is so much easier. I have my notes. We just sort of fill things in. And it's not like we don't think about it, but it's a lot easier, excuse me, when you do it again. So I just follow this model. It is consistent income through the year. We have a huge launch in May at the end of a school year because moms have time in the summer to deal with learning new things. Then I have a March flash sale and an August flash sale. Those are timed according to my 2 events as well. So that's a starter course. You need 10 people a month to sign up. Signature course. All right, we're going to do a signature course. It's $500 a month, $500 course. That means if you want to get to your $1,000, you only need 2 new students. 2, that's it each month. This is simple, even though I know you could probably get more. If you got more, maybe you get 10 new students, that's $5,000 a month. That is a lot of money. And that is really great. At the same time, if you're following the DCA model, you'll be growing your list, you'll be growing social, you'll get more and more people hearing about you, and then you can sell more and more. Again, some of that is included in the Course Confident Bootcamp. Couldn't think of the name. So if that is something interesting to you, go sign up, familyebiz.com/bootcamp course. Now, you may not realize it, but you may be amazed at what you can do even when you're doing a 9 to 5 job. And you can eventually quit that 9 to 5 job, get rid of it, and move forward. Now, I personally, DCA's changed my life. I will be honest. Even for me, I launch my courses and I do not get hundreds. I get 15 or 20 new students. That's $4,000 right there from each launch. That is huge for me. That is a lot of money. And it probably is for you too. And that would be something that maybe you could work on and get rid of some of this pressure on your shoulders, get rid of the debt that you are walking in. I'm not talking $100,000 a month or $1 million launch. That's sort of outrageous. And you're probably going to roll your eyes at me if we do that. So let me share with you some stories, two stories, and then I'm going to tell you what I think you need to do as well. I'm going to give you some homework. Michelle Kinney is a stay-at-home mom. She is a certified parent instructor. She actually, before she started staying home, she was a teacher and a high school counselor. And she thought with all that, a master's in counseling and all, parenting will be a breeze. We all know that's not true. And she discovered that wasn't true. And she said, after a bunch of yelling and bribery, I had to find something else. So she found a program called Hand in Hand Parenting. It worked so well that she actually got certified as a hand in hand parenting instructor and started her own business coaching. The problem was it was one-on-one coaching. It was expensive, and she felt like I've got to get this message out to more people at a more affordable price. Not everyone can afford my coaching. And that is when she found Digital Course Academy. With Amy's help, she created 3 courses. So far, she has only launched 2. Get this. Oh, and here, get this. I should have said this earlier. Her courses are based on moms helping them find more peace and calm in their homes and reduce the overall chaos. If you're a stay-at-home mom, you know exactly what we're talking about. So she said she launched 2 of her courses and made $19,380. Okay, that's not millions, but that's a lot of money again. She's getting ready to launch her 3rd course and she's super excited. And she said, if I didn't have DCA, there was no way I would be able to do this because that gave me a plan and the steps I needed to be successful. And I had webinar strategies, I had list building strategies. In fact, she says, when I followed the list building strategies in the beginning, I only had 200 people on my list and I moved to 2,000 people in 2 months just following the strategies. That's what I love about Amy Porterfield. She gives you everything you need. It's not just how to launch something. It's just not how to create a course. It's not how to do list build, although she does have that. It's not just how to do a webinar. In her signature course, she has everything you need. You don't need to go anywhere else. You've got everything you need. The best part about Michelle's story, she says, is her 15-year-old daughter says, I'm so proud of you, Mom. She says, that is the sweetest reward I've received. And she says, if you're not sure about investing in DCA, just do it. And some of you are going, I'm still not sure. I get it. Well, guess what? That's not happening till September. Right now, if you are considering a digital course, I highly recommend you getting into Course Confident Bootcamp. It's only $47. You will get 5 live classes with Amy. That is worth it. Plus, I'm going to hold your hand. If you sign up with me, then I've got a private pop-up group. It will only be, last year I think we had about 10 people. Very small group, very safe place for you to grow and trust these people and get all the foundation you need to be able to launch with a digital course. Now, the next person I'm going to share, and then I'm going to give you your homework, is Edna Coaches. She she says, I always dreamed of being a baker and a chef. Eventually, she finally got certified as a chef and a baker through many years. And so she said, I wanted to help other people. So she started having in-home courses. I'm sitting in my kitchen, that's why I'm pointing that way. And she said, I would have a group come over for about 4 hours each week for 8 weeks, and they loved it. But again, in her mind, she's like, I want to reach more people than just the ones that live here in town. But she says, I don't know. Cooking is so sensorial. You have to smell, you taste. There's all these things. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to have all these great videos. I'm just not sure. She said, nope. I am all in. I am doing this all the way. And guess what? She's from Panama, and mi español es muy mal, but she recorded all of her recordings in Spanish. That is so targeted to Spanish people that want to learn how to cook better. And she said, I didn't know anything about digital courses, I didn't even know what a webinar was. But I followed Amy's 3 webinar strategy to launch her course. And she said she was so nervous. And guess what? On her first webinar, she sold 0. That's right, 0. No one signed up. Did she stop? Did she quit? Nope. She said, no, I'm going to follow this plan. I'm going to keep going. That's exactly, I have sold 0 on a webinar too. So don't feel like if something happens, you're the only one. She was persistent. She did a second one, felt better, and a third one. She ended up getting 38 new students and she made $29,000. What if she had quit after that first webinar? What if she had quit because she didn't make any money? That would be sad because over the week, she got 38 new students and $29,000. That is awesome. She's thrilled with her results. Her entire life has changed. She's raising 4 kids, and she says, I am finally able to work from home and create the life I want, and to have time to be a mom and enjoy my kids. That is priceless. All right. So that's just sort of your profit potential. Listen to those people's stories. All right. I'm not just telling you my story. I'm telling you people's stories in all different areas. I am focusing on the moms because a lot of y'all are work at home moms. Some of you are working moms, but a lot of you want to come home. Sorry, guys. I'm not excluding you. You should be able to take some of these ideas and see how it would translate. Gosh, just think if you were in the investment world, how much more you could charge. I've seen investment courses go for $2,000 and $3,000. That's where you hit the $100,000 in a launch because it is such a tight niche and you can truly help people. All right, so the homework. 3 money goals. You're good, you're great, you're scary. What is your course price going to be? Play with it, plug it in, and then see if it's doable. Learn from someone like Amy so you don't have to make it up as you go. I was not going to figure it all out. Even though I had a lot of the marketing ideas, I was going to find someone that I could start with. So I would really encourage you to come to Course Confident Bootcamp. I'm going to share some other benefits besides just getting your course up and going. You get to network with like-minded entrepreneurs, not just in our group. She got a whole giant Facebook group with tens of thousands of people for that boot camp. You will get answers in ways that you would never get just from me. And it's the synergy and the beauty of a group. So go to familyebiz.com/bootcamp course. I will hold your hand, even though I'm traveling next week. I'm going on vacation to Portland, Maine. The following week, I didn't know it until this weekend. I just booked a flight to El Salvador because my son Hunter is going to be there for a week. It's going to be a work week, a ministry week with some of the ladies that I've been working with down there, and a beach week. Work on the beach. Doesn't that sound like fun? All right. I will still be showing up for the boot camp no matter what. I've even arranged my flights. One of those boot camp times, I will be in the airport with you. So I am not letting you go. I'm going to be right there with you. The possibilities are endless. You have got 2 more days if you're listening to this on the live to get the fast action bonus 2 systems that Amy swears by to fast track your digital course success. And then if you sign up with my link, I'm going to give you Create Your Own Side Hustle Income Plan. It's a $97 12-step program that I will help you with. And you'll be part of our pop-up group. That to me is completely priceless. All right, this one went a little bit longer than normal. There's a lot to cover when we talk about money. Let me know what questions you have when it comes to your online business, when it comes to creating a course. If you're unsure about any of this stuff with course creation, course launching, webinars, anything, leave a comment wherever you are. I will be checking that. Or if you're just not sure it's going to work in your niche, let's talk about it. Who thought a homeschooler would spend $200 on a leadership course when they can go buy a book for $20? I got bunches of people, at least right now, over 100 people that are in my courses, probably 200. I haven't looked at it recently. Anyway, thanks for spending time with me. I am Carrie Beck with FamilyEbiz.com. I want to see you inside of Course Confident. We'll talk to you later.